On Friday, April 10th, as FBI Director Kash Patel was preparing to leave work for the weekend, he struggled to log into an internal computer system. He quickly became convinced he had been locked out, and he panicked, frantically calling aides and allies to announce that he had been fired by the White House. Dude! Dude, homie! Oh my God, dude. So we have a big story in the Atlantic about Kash. Now, here's what I want to say about Kash Patel before we look at this. It says the FBI director is MIA. Kash Patel has alarmed colleagues with episodes of excessive drinking and unexplained absences. Let me just say, guys, I want to preface this with a couple of things that make sense to me. We have seen him bungling investigations, okay, from the very beginning with Charlie Kirk and FBI enforcement related shit where he is like live tweeting what the FBI is doing. Oh, we got someone. No, oh, we missed it. You know what I mean? Like, he's been doing some crazy shit from the very start. Number two, guys, and this is a big one. Don't discount this. From the very beginning, Kash Patel was in over his head, guys. Kash Patel has never managed something as big as the FBI. He was a fucking podcaster, okay? Podcasters don't have necessarily the experience of running multiple thousands of people type organizations. Large-scale management across multiple departments in a huge federal agency is like, that's a big deal. That's a lot of pressure and a hard job for somebody who's even managed a fucking agency before. But for a podcaster who has never like had any experience in managing something huge like that, this guy was in way over his head. Like, I couldn't believe they confirmed him because of his lack of managerial experience. I mean, he'd been like a junior attorney, you know what I mean? Like, dude, you got to have somebody with some kind of managerial experience, guys, or it's going to be a disaster. So he was in way over his head. And then the other thing is burying the Epstein files had to take a toll, okay? Burying the Epstein files, that was his whole life, was the Epstein files. Then he's in power behind this thing, and they're just buried, just hidden, nothing, like whoosh. Now, we've seen the results of, like, these behaviors with him. Remember at the Olympics when he's chugging beers with the hockey players? Like, dude, why was the FBI guy chugging beers with the Olympians? There was like real shit going on in the world, and he was out there slamming beers with Olympic hockey players. He's been taking planes to see his girlfriend's band. I mean, he has been engaging in like what appears to be like avoidant, non-managerial tasks, and with somewhat of an abundance, flying all over the country, like seeing his girlfriend perform and shit. So I think maybe he's just like falling apart. You know, he was given a position he was not qualified for, and he can't do it well. And he seems like he's been crumbling from like day one, guys. And this isn't even about me disliking him. It's just about the sheer fact of the matter that he never looked like he was in control of that agency. He always looked like he was like struggling to hold himself together. So this story to me does not seem far-fetched. I feel like, you know, as an alcoholic, I've already seen signs in him of what look like antisocial, self-destructive sort of behavior from somebody that's in way over their head. Like, dude, managing the FBI is not easy, guys. You certainly don't have time to be flying around the country, seeing your girlfriend's rock shows and going and visiting hockey players in Europe, dude. Like, managing the FBI is like a 20-hour-a-day job, even if you have experience. I mean, give me a fucking break, dude. Dude, I'm working like 16, 18 hours a day with a goddamn YouTube channel, bro. Give me a fucking break how, like, the FBI would be so, you know, like, so consuming, dude. On Friday, April 10th, as FBI Director Kash Patel was preparing to leave work for the weekend, he struggled to log into an internal computer system. He quickly became convinced he had been locked out, and he panicked, frantically calling aides and allies to announce that he had been fired by the White House. Dude, homie. Oh my God, dude, homie's in like a coke bender hole, dude. He just showed up at the office after like probably being high on coke for a week, and he can't remember his password. He couldn't get into the computer. He was telling everybody he had been fired. Dude, two of the people described his behavior as a freak out. And remember, his shit got hacked too. Like, guys, this is a national security threat here. When your FBI director can't even log into a computer system, and the minute his login doesn't work, he thinks he's been fired. Like, homie is on one, bro. Patel oversees an agency that employs roughly 38,000 people. Oh my God, dude. I had no idea the FBI was that big. I thought it was like 10 grand. 38,000. Dude, he's running an agency that's basically a mid-sized small town, including many who are trained to investigate and verify information that can be presented under oath in a court of law. News of his emotional outbursts ricocheted through the bureau, prompting chatter among officials and in some corners of the building, expressions of relief. Dude, everyone was relieved when they thought he was getting canned, bro. The White House fielded calls from the bureau and from members of Congress asking who was now in charge. Dude! Bro! Like, I mean, guys, dude, just think about this. I mean, it is comical, you know, the fact that, you know, there's a Friday in the FBI and the whole agency thinks the director's been fired. They're calling the White House. Who's running this place? Dude, he's having a fucking meltdown. The White House is like, dude, nobody got fired, dude. Dude, welcome to Trump land, bro. Like, what the hell, dude? Oh my God. Oh my God. That is the most embarrassing fucking story I've ever seen. It turned out the answer was still Patel. He had not been fired. The access problem, two people familiar with the matter said, appears to have been a technical error, and it was quickly resolved. It was all ultimately bullshit, one FBI official told me. But Patel, according to multiple current officials, as well as former officials who have stayed close to him, is deeply concerned that his job is in jeopardy. And let me just tell you, boss, hey, Cashy, if you're hearing this, if you're having a freak out like that and the White House is getting calls wondering who's running the FBI, you probably are going to get bounced soon, boss. Okay? It is coming, dude. Dude, you are about to get 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗀. You're going to walk in, right? He's going to walk in on Monday and there's going to be a bunch of balloon animals on his desk. That's how they're doing it now. They put some balloons on your desk, some balloon animals on your desk, and you're like, oh shit, I'm about to get 𝗙cie𝗶𝗹𝗀𝗀. He has good reason to think so, including some having to do with what witnesses described to me as bouts of excessive drinking. We're all just waiting for the word that Patel is officially out of the top job, an FBI official told me this week, and a former official told my colleague that Patel was rightly paranoid. Senior members of the Trump admin are already discussing who might replace him. Oh, dude, that's got to be so bad. Like, to just know, and now this article is out, and now he knows that everybody else knows, and he just doesn't know when the axe is coming. The IT lockout episode is emblematic of Patel's tumultuous tenure as director. He's erratic, suspicious of others, prone to jumping to conclusions, before he has necessary evidence, according to more than 24 people I interviewed about Patel's conduct. Dude, that's crazy. The reporter talked to 24 people about his conduct. Dude, it's not even one person. It's not like one anonymous source. They're talking to like everybody that is working with this guy. That's crazy. All right, including current and former FBI officials, staff at law enforcement and intelligence agencies, hospitality industry workers. Dude, they went to like the restaurants and the bars that he hangs out in, and they talked to the fucking like the waiters and shit. Hospitality industry workers. Oh, I mean, it is. I mean, he's already been hacked, guys. Several officials told me Patel's drinking has been a recurring source of concern across the government. They said that he is known to drink to the point of obvious intoxication, in many cases at the private club Ned's in D.C., while in the presence of the White House and other administration staff. He is also known to drink in excess at the Poodle Room in Vegas, where he frequently spends part of his weekends. Early in his tenure, meetings and briefings had to be rescheduled for later in the day as a result of his alcohol-fueled nights. 6 current and former officials and others familiar with his schedule told me. Dude, so he's going to Vegas on the weekends, bro, and just getting hammered. Dude, that is not good, man. That is not good. I wonder how many strippers he's trying to bang too, dude. With like a, you know what I'm saying? He's probably got the drunken squish going on. He's trying to like, you know, it's like trying to squeeze a towel into a garden hose, dude. She's like, dude, what the fuck? That shit is flaccid, boss. Get out of here. You're paying extra. Trying to fucking squeeze. It's like you're trying to put toothpaste back in the tube, Cash. What are you doing, bro? On multiple occasions in the past year, members of his security detail had difficulty waking Patel because he was seemingly intoxicated. So, dude, they can't even wake him up, bro. Requests for breaching equipment, normally used by SWAT and hostage rescue teams to quickly gain entry into buildings, was made last year because he was unreachable behind locked doors. Dude, they had to like call in the SWAT team to get into his hotel room, bro. Oh my God, dude. Yeah. No way, guys. They had to get breaching equipment because they couldn't wake him up. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.